Hi everyone, it's day 17. Let's get on the mat and get to it. So we're going to start today just with setting our intention. So just come into an easy sitting position, turn the wrists over the knees. I'm just either lightly pressing the pointer finger and the thumb together or just lightly pressing the pointer finger down with the thumb. Sit as tall as you can, gently close the eyes. Just focus on the breath for just a moment. And then just think about setting your intention for today. So that's maybe if you're doing this in the morning, maybe that's your intention for the whole day. Or if you're doing this in the evening, maybe it's just your intention for the practice. Just sit with the question for a moment. What do I really need to do for me? And then see what comes up. And then just try and cultivate that into a positive statement. And sit with that as if it's already happening. Just go into the feelings of how you want to feel. Just reaffirming your intention. And we'll come back to this again at the very end of the practice. And then on your next inhale, just pressing the palms together at the heart center, gently opening your eyes. Namaste. So let's come onto all fours. And we'll start with a little bit of a tiger stretch today. So stack up the joints, bring your right hand palm up, bring your left knee off the floor. And as you inhale, reach forward and back. And as you exhale, just curl into a little ball. So just 5 times, reaching forward and coming back. So this is actually building quite a little bit of stability. You're inhaling as you're reaching forward, you're exhaling as you're tucking in. So it's requiring a bit of core strength, but again, a very different way to work the core than maybe a crunch style exercise. So really good for your core stability though. Inhale, reach forward, exhale, curl in. So one more. And then swap sides. Give that hand that was on the floor a little bit of a rotate through the wrist. And then same thing on the other side. Make sure you're pressing the pointer finger knuckle down to the floor. Right hand palm face up, left knee off the floor. Inhale, reach forwards. Exhale, tuck in. So really using your ujjayi breath. Remember that's the breath with the sound. If you're not sure, have a look at day 1. But I'm sure you're very familiar with it now. Couple more breaths. And then again, coming back to all fours. Spread the fingers, tuck the toes, and as you exhale, pushing back into downward dog, really maintaining that neutral spine. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. And then making our way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, raise the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Just walk the feet up to the top of the mat. Clip onto the back of the legs and inhale up halfway. Exhale, deepen the forward bend. And then inhale, look forward, head up, chest up, coming all the way up, look up to the thumbs. Exhaling back to standing. So coming into salute to the sun B today. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. Inhale, swing the arms up over the head. Exhale, fold yourself in half, clip onto the legs, come into a deep tuck. Inhale, brings you back up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, really strong hands as you go back to your high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, push to lower. Inhale, draw yourself back up into upward dog. And then exhaling back into downward dog. Warrior 1. So lift your right leg up behind, look to your hands. Big swing step as you exhale, plant the back heel down. And then the inhale brings you up into Warrior 1. Exhale, bring the hands back to the floor again. Back to high plank. Exhaling into low plank, inhaling into upward dog, exhale back into downward dog. Same thing on the other side, so inhale, lift that left leg, exhale, big swing step, get the back heel down, and then inhale, push off that back straight leg to come up. Exhale, hands back to the floor, back to high plank, exhale into low plank, inhaling into upward dog, And then firm tops of feet as you roll over the toes back into downward dog. Walk the feet in just a tiny little bit and take some nice deep breaths here. Remember, you're spreading the fingers as much as you can and you're pressing evenly through the heels. Make sure your feet are parallel. Inhale, raise the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step or jump the feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale up halfway. Really feel the ball of the foot as you exhale, deepen. And then inhale back into chair pose. And then exhaling back to standing. Same thing again. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, swing the arms up. Exhale, fold yourself in half, clip on. Inhale, come up halfway, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the hands back to your high plank. Big breath in. Exhale, push to lower. Inhaling into upward dog. Exhale back into downward dog. Coming into warrior one. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, big swing step. Plant the foot. Back heel down and inhale, come up. So always make sure your front foot's pointing straight ahead. Exhale, hands back to the floor. Back to high plank. Exhaling into low plank. Inhaling into upward dog. Exhale back into downward dog. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, big swing step. Back heel down. Inhale, come up. So the front knee stays bent and we're squaring towards the front. Exhale, hands back to the floor. Back to high plank. Exhaling into low plank. Inhaling into upward dog. And then exhaling back into downward dog. Take a few breaths here. So you're always deepening the pose. Just keep lifting your hips up higher and taking the weight back through the heels. And then inhale, raise the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. Step or jump the feet to the hands. Feet together and inhale up halfway. So really pushing the chest forward here. Exhale, come into a deeper fold. And then back into chair pose as you inhale. And then exhale brings you back to standing. So our standing pose we're going to work with today is tree into warrior three. So remember, in tree pose, the foot's either well below the knee or you hitch it up well above the knee. And as we come into warrior three, we're just going to release that foot and kick it behind us. So come into sort of T shape. So let's set ourselves up. Hands on the hips as you get ready for tree pose. Eyes are eye level straight ahead. And then either picking up that ankle, bringing your right foot against the leg, or just resting it against the lower leg. Palms pressed together. And then inhale, straighten the arms up over the head. So you can either stay here or take a couple more breaths and change your gaze to look down to the floor. And as you exhale, just hinge forwards into warrior three. So we're trying to come into a kind of T shape here. And then inhaling, just come back up to standing. Bring the hands back to the heart center. Same thing on the other side. So steady your gaze. If you've been working for a little while, try and focus your attention below the belly button. So 20% external gaze, 80% internal below the belly button. Coming into tree pose, first of all, maybe staying here today, it's fine, whatever. And then changing the gaze to the floor, pushing that back heel away behind you and tipping forward into warrior three. Hold really strong here. Both legs are straight. And then inhaling, coming back up, hands back to the heart center, and we'll get back down to the floor. So coming down to the floor, today we're going to work into Navasana, boat pose. So point the toes and rest them on the floor. As we come into the full boat pose, which is this, if you feel it shift from the front working to the back straining, I want you to just come straight back to this. So we're going to do it 3 times. So toes pointed on the floor at the moment. Then take the toes off the floor, bring your oars out, and the key part here is to flip the feet back and then push through the ball of the foot. Keep the heart lifted, keep breathing, even if it speeds up, relax the jaw, whistle a happy tune, and then cross the right ankle over the left. Bring the hands to the floor, look up and lift up. If you can't, bring the feet to the floor, still look up, still lift up. Number 2. So again, back to our start position. This is really about zipping up the legs and pushing through the feet. Feet off the floor, oars out, arms out. Curl the toes back and push, 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 push. Zip up the legs, lift the heart. Imagine you just smelled something nice, maybe those beautiful flowers in the corner, and then left over the right. Hands to the floor, look up, lift up. Number 3. It's the easy one, maybe. So again, oars out, flip the feet back and push, 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 push. Keep the heart lifted, keep smiling on the inside, maybe you can smile on the outside. Right over the left hands to the floor, look up, lift up, and this time come all the way over and just do a little bit of cat-cow for a moment. Inhaling, looking up, and then exhaling, looking down. And then just sit back and we'll get ready for Shavasana. So plant the feet, lower yourself down to the mat, palms to the ceiling, stretch the legs away. Have a big sigh. And then let go of your Ujjayi breath. Just return to that passive inhale and exhale. Softening the face and the throat and the belly. Giving up the whole weight of the body to the floor. And you can stay here for a little longer if you've got some time, or just slowly make your way back up to a seated position, and we'll finish with our 3 Oms. So bringing the palms to the heart center, gently closing your eyes, clear your throat if you need to, exhale all the old air, taking a long breath in. Om. Taking a moment just to dedicate your practice, and then going back to your original intention, just reaffirming that with yourself, and then gently opening your eyes. Namaste.